Hi everyone, I hope you're having a good week. I'm trying an experiment this week. The nature of all experiments, I don't really know if this is going to work. What's been happening before, whenever I get a sort of project type video that runs a bit long, as they frequently do, I've chopped that video up into 2 or 3 parts and posted them each week. Now that's very convenient for me. It's very easy to get, 3 videos, 3 weeks worth of content out of one project, but it's also a little bit lazy. So with this project, the custom cabinets that I've been doing for the last couple of weeks, I've shot this, the video runs very long. I've just let it, run its natural sort of course, edited heavily, but I've finally got about 6 videos out of it. I'm going to be posting these, the first one today on a Friday as normal, second one will be tomorrow, third one the day after, and so on until those 6 videos are done. I don't know if it's going to work. It may be too much Millard. Who knows? I'm kind of hoping that you guys will let me know down in the comments what you think about this idea. It may be crazy. I may burn myself out in a matter of months. But I think it's a worthwhile experiment. So first clip up today, as always, and let me know how you think it goes. It's first episode coming up next. So once again, I seem to find myself in an incredibly tight space. I'm up in a recent, we call them a loft conversion, like an attic conversion, the space in the top of your house. And the customer has asked me to build in some little cabinets here. Sorry, it's a bit echoey here. Little cabinets for storage with shelves in, a double and 2 singles. It's a bit of a tricky space to work around because there's a water tank up here, and we're trying to reflect. What's happened is that I didn't fit these, but I'm trying to reflect what's going on up here down below. Although we're not keeping the doors the same. We start by taking some accurate measurements to see what kind of space we have, and I use my 2-stick method to find the absolute maximum height we have to work with. Because we're reflecting the style of the upper cabinets, I mark the face frame, then work within that space to define the individual cabinet widths, and mark them on a piece of tape. The new cabinets are to sit flush with the existing cabinets, so using an old school plumb line, I measure on the floor where the front face needs to be, and extend this across the whole opening. With the front face known, I can make a template for the tricky right-hand side cabinet to make sure we get a good fit. So we're back in the workshop now. We've had everything cut, and I tell you, if MDF grew on trees, this would be a forest right now. There's so much stuff in here. We've got the sides for the double cabinet and the top and bottom and the shelves. We've got the top and bottom of the singles and the shelves for those 2. We've got the sides for the singles and the sort of offset single side with a cutout in it. We've got the infills. We've got the doors for all 3 cabinets, and we've got the backs in 6mm. So we're all ready to go. It's all marked up, so I'm not going to use the wrong bits in the wrong place. And the next stage is to start, I think we'll start with lipping these shelves. Each single cabinet has 4 shelves, and I'm lipping the front edge of each one with the D-profile hardwood, held in place with pins and glue and a dab of squeezy filler to cover the pinholes.
3 shelves for the double cabinet have a deeper lipping on both sides, again simply glued in place and held with pins while the glue dries.
So while the shelves are all drying, we're going to use Festool's LR32 guide rail system to drill the shelf pin holes. Now, I'm sure you know there's the 32mm system whereby every cabinet carcass is divisible by 32mm, and the hinges will fit into the same holes as the shelf pins, and also, we all march together towards a brighter, perfect future. I don't kind of make cabinets that way. My cabinets are made to fit in the spaces there are, so I don't sort of I use the holy rails here as a convenient way to make shelf pins, and because of that, all the other gubbins that you get when you buy the system, it's all a bit redundant, really. What I've done, I had a friend of mine, a metal worker, actually a precision engineer. He loves it when I call him a metal worker. He turned up some 32mm wide aluminium discs, threaded in the centre for an M6 bolt, and I just have those on the back of the rail, set at the lowest point that I want them to, and they just butt up against the base of the carcass when I'm going to drill pinholes into. Now, it's really that simple. I've got a little jig that works out the offset to where I want the row of pins to be, and I work that out depending on how deep the shelf is and where the hinges are going to be so they don't clash. And I just use a little combi square to set that in from each side. Now, what will inevitably happen, because you're only referencing off the base of the carcass, you're going to run out of space here when you come to do the front edge. So when that happens, I just lift in in fact for a cabinet this deep, I do need to have this up. I bring in my extra little bit of bench and use another piece of the carcass. So these are identical in length, and I was in the wrong place. I'm going to just clamp this in place. And I know that when these are butted up against the stop at the end, this is going to be perfectly in alignment. It's that simple.
With our rail in place, it's quick and easy to cut an entire row of shelf pin holes, and I simply use a pencil mark on the rail as our start and stopping points to keep everything consistent.
It's always worth checking before you move anything that you haven't missed a hole out. It's not unknown. And it's much easier to redo it before you move the rail, that's for sure.
And with 3 cabinets worth of shelf pin holes completed, we can pack everything away and get our workshop floor space back.